South Africa is once again at the center of intense public debate as multiple stories involving crime, corruption, and growing tensions around immigration dominate national headlines. From a major passport fraud scandal in Durban to fears among foreign nationals following recent attacks, the country is facing difficult questions about law enforcement, border control, and social stability. One of the biggest developments comes from Durban, where a former Home Affairs employee has been sentenced for her role in a large-scale passport fraud operation. Judith Salome Zuma, aged 47, received an effective 12-year prison sentence after pleading guilty to corruption, fraud, and violations of immigration and identification laws. According to court details, between 28 May and 12 June 2021, she processed 192 fraudulent South African passports for foreign nationals who were not legally eligible to receive them. The individuals involved reportedly came from countries including Pakistan, Bangladesh, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The court heard that Zuma made between 760,000 rand and 768,000 rand from the scheme, charging approximately 4,000 rand per passport. The case has sparked outrage among many South Africans, with concerns growing over corruption within critical government departments. For many citizens, the scandal raises deeper fears about identity fraud, illegal documentation, and weaknesses in the country's immigration system. The sentencing has also reignited conversations around accountability in public office. Many believe the case reflects a broader issue of corruption inside institutions meant to protect the country's legal systems. Others are calling for stronger oversight and harsher consequences for officials involved in similar crimes. At the same time, tensions surrounding immigration and safety have intensified in parts of South Africa. Reports of attacks on foreign nationals have caused fear within several communities, particularly among African migrants living and working in the country. According to reports, more than 130 Nigerians now want to leave South Africa following recent violence and threats targeting foreign nationals. Nigeria is reportedly preparing evacuation measures for citizens who wish to return home.
130, I think, as of this morning, have registered. But if the 130 that are registered are those that don't have the resources to get their flight tickets to move back to Nigeria, that means government have to go in. And for government to go in, definitely there must be the provision of funds, either to procure tickets for them or you get an aircraft that will convey them back to Nigeria.
It is clearly unacceptable to generalize, stereotype Nigerians in particular, and then other African nationals in general, of being drug barons, of being kidnappers, of being armed robbers, of being ringleaders. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is stereotyping, and we condemn with the highest form of condemnation.
While Ghana has advised its nationals to remain cautious and, in some cases, temporarily shut down businesses for safety reasons. These developments have triggered concern across the continent. South Africa has long been viewed as a destination for economic opportunity within Africa, attracting people from neighboring countries and beyond. But moments like this expose the growing frustrations linked to unemployment, crime, poverty, and economic pressure. For some South Africans, concerns over undocumented migration are tied to fears about jobs, resources, and rising criminal activity. Others warn that blaming entire communities for broader national problems risks creating division and violence against innocent people. This debate is not new, but recent incidents have pushed emotions even higher. Social media has become flooded with arguments, frustration, and political messaging from different sides of the issue. Some call for stricter immigration enforcement and border control. Others urge calm and warn against xenophobic violence. The challenge facing South Africa is complex. On one side, citizens want stronger action against corruption, illegal documentation, and criminal networks. On the other, there is growing concern about protecting human rights and preventing violence against vulnerable communities. What makes the current moment even more serious is how these stories connect. The passport fraud case highlights weaknesses in systems meant to regulate immigration legally. The attacks on foreign nationals reveal how public anger can escalate when trust in those systems breaks down. Many observers believe the country is now at a crossroads. The government faces pressure to strengthen institutions, improve border management, fight corruption, and restore public confidence. At the same time, community leaders continue urging people not to resort to violence or target individuals based on nationality. South Africa remains one of Africa's most influential nations, but the country's image has also been affected by these events. International attention is growing as neighboring countries monitor the situation closely. The possibility of evacuations and diplomatic tensions has added another layer of seriousness to the unfolding developments. As investigations continue and communities remain on edge, one thing is clear: these issues cannot be ignored. Corruption, crime, unemployment, and immigration pressures are all colliding at the same time, creating a situation that demands leadership, accountability, and careful handling. The coming weeks will likely shape the national conversation. Hit subscribe. We bring you Mzansi's best kept secrets.